Participation in the A-Team not only gives our members an opportunity to learn about what we're doing around the world, but there's an opportunity to provide input, to give direction, and also to give ideas on strategy for the programs that the U.S. Grains Council are carrying out globally.
We are a membership-driven organization, and our A-Teams are the foundation of that support. From the A-Team meetings, we get grant initiatives and ideas that feed the programs that our overseas offices put together. And it's really an opportunity for our international programs to really dive into providing the background and the insights that the A-Team members need to understand the breadth of what we do and where they can support us and how they can support us, and more importantly, how they can get involved in our programs.
So the Ethanol A-Team really focuses on expanding global bioethanol consumption. So of course, I think looking for those market opportunities abroad, but then also helping the U.S. Grains Council craft, right? How we're going to allocate our resources, what markets do we see our opportunities, where we should pull back. So I think getting that stakeholder input, from the various businesses and members that are associated with the Ethanol Advisory Team is critical for our engagement efforts overseas.
Greetings. The Innovation and Sustainability Advisory Team is a key group within the U.S. Grains Council responsible for monitoring all of the national and international trends related to innovation in corn, sorghum, and barley production practices, and the international trends that are ongoing and that may impact the trade of our products across the globe. We would love to have you in our team and help us steer the efforts to make sure that trade keeps open for all of the products that we represent.
By being a part of the MESA A-Team, members will get to hear program strategy and market updates from around the Middle East, Africa, Europe, and South Asia region. Our offices in Tunis, Tunisia, and New Delhi, India are paving the way in developing markets for U.S. grains. Your participation is vital in our A-Teams, as your expertise helps develop our programs, and you are getting to play a key role in developing a market for our next generation.
I think the A-Team is, one, it's a great opportunity to be more active in the Grains Council. So if you already are a member or a delegate of the Grains Council, it allows you to be that much more in depth. It's also, I think, a good way to kind of get to know more about your fellow Grains Council members. But it allows you to dig down into more issues, whether that's a region of the world, policy, or say the Innovation A-Team. I think joining an A-Team allows you to enhance and get more out of your Grains Council membership.
The value-added A-Team is an interesting one because it's composed probably more than any other A-Team. Well, now with ethanol it would be the exception, but has a lot of agribusiness members, and they're actively involved in the day-to-day business that the council is working on. So it's a really interesting discussion around current issues, and maybe more detailed than other A-Teams because they may be facing barriers, phytosanitary barriers, or other issues in markets, and the councils be able to respond to that directly. So it's been a very interesting A-Team from the very beginning.
The Western Hemisphere A-Team reviews all of the opportunities and challenges that happen in the region, and this includes Canada, Latin America, as well as the Caribbean. We get together and we discuss the priorities and challenges that are happening and kind of set a focus and what we are going to be focusing on for the next quarter. And then also when we're doing programs in the region, we often look towards our membership and who's involved on the West Hem A-Team to get involved in those programs.
The advisory teams, or better known as A-Teams, is a great way for our membership to get involved or more involved in the U.S. Grain Council. They're set up for our members to be involved, again, in the more geographical type advisory teams or the more topical ones. It's part of our strategic planning process, and so members of the advisory teams or A-Teams at our February and our July meetings get more in depth into strategy, specific issues that we're working on within the different A-Teams. And it's a great way for them to be more involved, to learn more, and actually take part in the programming and strategy of the Grain Council. And many times we have our advisory team members even travel and take part directly in some of our programs overseas, or even in hosting groups coming to the U.S. that are specifically related to each A team that those members might be involved in. So again, if you aren't already part of an A team, please do find your way and sign up for an advisory team going forward.